Good day, friends. Today I want to remind you of a truth often overlooked but universally certain: no one is irreplaceable. Your position, your power, your influence, these are privileges, not entitlements. Misuse them, and they will slip through your fingers. Life operates on principles, not emotions. When someone mistreats others, takes advantage of their position, or sows seeds of arrogance, karma doesn't need a formal invitation to act. It will move in its time. Their replacement becomes their karma, a consequence of their actions, their negligence, or their failure to honor what was entrusted to them. Excellence is the antidote to replacement. When you perform with integrity, humility, and diligence, you leave no room for karma to dethrone you. But when arrogance blinds you, or mismanagement defines you, someone is waiting in the wings, prepared, patient, and ready to take your place. Let me tell you this: true leadership is about creating a legacy, not a dependency. If you're not empowering others, training them, and lifting them up, you're merely occupying a seat destined for someone else. Real leaders equip others for succession, not replacement. But here's the warning: how you treat people today determines your tomorrow. Mistreat your team, your colleagues, or your family, and you will sow the seeds of your own removal. When people look for greener pastures, your role becomes their opportunity. And karma, it's just the natural consequence of the principles you ignored. Now, think about this: your season won't last forever. Seasons change, and with them, roles shift. If you've been faithful, your next season will be one of elevation. But if you've sown discord or complacency, your replacement will rise, and their ascent will be your karma. So my challenge to you is this: remain humble, stay excellent, build others up, lead with honor. When you do, karma won't find a case against you, and your replacement will only come because you've been promoted to higher ground. Remember, life is not a stage where we perform for applause. It's a platform where we prepare for eternity. Treat it that way, and you'll never fear your replacement. No one is indispensable. It's a truth that humbles us all if we are willing to embrace it. The positions we hold, the influence we wield, and the roles we play are not eternal. They are temporary assignments given to us for a season. This understanding does not diminish our value, but instead calls us to steward our responsibilities with care, diligence, and humility. The reality is, life will go on with or without us. If we think we are the only ones capable of fulfilling a role, we deceive ourselves. Someone, somewhere, is being prepared to step into the space we leave behind, whether by choice, circumstance, or failure. This isn't meant to instill fear, but to inspire responsibility. It's a reminder that while our contributions matter, the systems of life and purpose are designed to function beyond the individual. What makes this concept powerful is how it challenges us to see our roles not as trophies to cling to, but as opportunities to make a difference. If you understand that you are not irreplaceable, you'll work with a sense of urgency to add value where you are, knowing that your time is finite. It will push you to lead, to serve, and to grow with the awareness that what you leave behind is just as important as what you accomplish. The danger comes when we ignore this principle. Thinking we are indispensable can lead to arrogance, complacency, and neglect. When we fail to pour into others, refuse to adapt, or take our assignments for granted, we unknowingly write the script for our own replacement. The very position we guard so jealously will eventually be handed over to someone more prepared, more willing, or more deserving. The beauty of this truth is that it encourages us to look beyond ourselves. To acknowledge that no one is indispensable is to understand the necessity of collaboration, succession, and legacy. It's a call to build something that outlives you, to train others, to create systems, and to foster growth in those around you. The most secure leaders are not those who fear being replaced, but those who prepare for it. knowing that their contribution has laid the foundation for others to succeed. Recognizing this principle is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It allows us to live and lead with humility, purpose, and perspective, always mindful that our time in any role is a gift, not a guarantee. By embracing this truth, we free ourselves from the illusion of permanence and step into the freedom of serving with excellence for as long as we are called to do so. Mismanagement invites replacement because every role, responsibility, or opportunity entrusted to us carries an expectation of stewardship. When we fail to manage well, whether it's our time, resources, relationships, or authority, we create gaps that someone else will inevitably step in to fill. Life abhors a vacuum, and when we fail to handle what's in our hands with care and competence, it opens the door for someone more prepared, disciplined, or focused to take our place. Mismanagement isn't always intentional. It can come in subtle forms: neglect, complacency, or even overconfidence. Perhaps we start taking our position for granted, assuming that our title, past achievements, or relationships will protect us. But the truth is, mismanagement often speaks louder than our credentials. It reveals a lack of respect for the responsibility we've been given and signals to others that we are no longer fit for the task. At the core of mismanagement is a failure to prioritize what truly matters. When we misuse resources, ignore opportunities for growth, or fail to nurture our relationships, we undermine our own stability. People notice. Colleagues, leaders, and even subordinates see when someone isn't giving their best. And it doesn't take long before the search for a replacement begins. Mismanagement also creates ripple effects. When a leader mismanages their team, morale drops, productivity suffers, and trust erodes. In any environment, be it a workplace, a family, or a community, people crave stability and competence. If you're not providing that, someone else will step in to fill the void. This isn't just a possibility, it's an eventuality. What's important to understand is that being replaced isn't about punishment, it's about function. When you mismanage what you've been given, the role doesn't disappear, it still needs to be fulfilled. If you're not doing it, someone else will. The harsh reality is that life continues to move forward, and the systems we're a part of will find a way to adapt, even if it means moving on without us. The good news is that mismanagement is preventable. It starts with self-awareness, recognizing when you're falling short and making the necessary adjustments. It's about humility, being willing to ask for help, seek guidance, and learn from mistakes. And above all, it's about commitment, choosing to give your best every day, even when it's challenging or inconvenient. Managing well isn't just about keeping your position, it's about honoring the trust placed in you. It's about understanding that every role, no matter how big or small, carries significance. When you manage with excellence, you secure your place. But when you mismanage, you invite the inevitability of replacement. Let this principle drive you to steward your responsibilities with care, knowing that how you handle today determines whether you'll still have the opportunity tomorrow. Life operates on principles, not emotions, because the world is governed by unchanging laws that remain constant regardless of how we feel about them. Principles are the bedrock of life, offering structure and predictability in a universe that is impartial and fair in its design. Emotions, while important, are transient and subjective. They can cloud our judgment, lead us astray, or cause us to ignore the realities of life's unyielding truths. Consider the principle of sowing and reaping. This universal law states that what you put into life is what you get out of it. If you sow diligence, kindness, and excellence, you will reap success, trust, and respect. But if you sow neglect, arrogance, or laziness, the harvest will reflect your choices. This principle doesn't shift to accommodate your mood, nor does it adjust based on how you feel about the outcome. It is impartial, steady, and absolute. Emotions, on the other hand, are like waves. They rise and fall with the tides of our experiences. They are valuable in that they allow us to connect, empathize, and express ourselves, but they are not reliable guides for decision making. If we let emotions dictate our actions, we risk making choices that feel good in the moment, but violate the principles that lead to lasting success. For example, the principle of integrity demands honesty and accountability, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Emotions might tempt us to bend the truth to avoid conflict or embarrassment, but life doesn't reward shortcuts. Eventually, the truth will surface, and the consequences of compromising the principle will follow. This understanding is crucial in leadership, relationships, and personal growth. A leader who bases decisions solely on emotions, fear, anger, or pride will struggle to maintain consistency and earn the respect of others. In contrast, a leader who adheres to principles like fairness, accountability, and vision will inspire trust and achieve sustainable success regardless of emotional highs and lows. Recognizing that life operates on principles also provides a sense of stability. When emotions are overwhelming, principles offer a steady compass to guide our actions. They remind us that while we cannot control how we feel, we can control how we respond. This awareness empowers us to act with intention, aligning our choices with the values and truths that lead to growth and fulfillment. Principles serve as the foundation for a life of purpose and impact. They are not swayed by opinion, popularity, or circumstance. Emotions may color our experiences, but principles shape our outcomes. When we prioritize principles over feelings, we position ourselves for long-term success, navigating life with clarity and confidence, no matter the challenges we face. Your influence should create legacy, not dependency, because true leadership is not about controlling others or making them reliant on you. It's about empowering them to stand on their own and thrive long after you're gone. Influence is a gift, and when wielded wisely, it has the power to transform lives, build systems, and leave a lasting impact. But if misused, it can trap others in cycles of dependence, preventing them from reaching their full potential. Creating a legacy means building something that outlives you. It's about investing in people, principles, and structures that endure beyond your presence. A legacy is rooted in service. It seeks to equip others with the tools, knowledge, and confidence to carry forward the work you began. When your influence creates a legacy, you multiply your impact, because the people you've touched will continue to grow, innovate, and inspire others in their own unique ways. In contrast, dependency happens when influence is used to make others overly reliant on your input, approval, or guidance. This might feel satisfying in the short term because it feeds a sense of importance, but in the long run, it stifles growth for both the people under your influence and the mission you aim to achieve. Dependency limits progress because it ties success to your availability, rather than empowering others to act independently. Consider a mentor and their protege. A good mentor doesn't just give answers, they teach their protege how to find solutions on their own. They provide wisdom, encouragement, and direction, but they also step back to allow growth through experience. By doing so, they create a legacy of competence and confidence. In contrast, a mentor who demands constant reliance creates a relationship where the protege struggles to make decisions without their input, stunting both their growth and the mentor's influence. Building a legacy requires humility and foresight. It means recognizing that your role is not to be the star of the show, but to be the one who sets the stage for others. It's about celebrating the successes of those you've influenced, even when they surpass your own. A leader who creates a legacy isn't threatened by the rise of others. They are fulfilled by it, because it validates the impact of their influence. Legacy is also about sustainability. If what you built crumbles in your absence, then your influence was rooted in dependency, not empowerment. But when people, organizations, or systems thrive without you, it's a testament to the strength of your leadership. It shows that you focused on building capacity rather than just exerting control. Influence that creates legacy reflects a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. It seeks to give, teach, and uplift rather than to hoard, dominate, or cling. Legacy-driven influence understands that the greatest measure of success is not how much you achieve personally, but how much you enable others to achieve. When your influence creates legacy, it becomes a ripple that expands far beyond your reach, touching lives and shaping the future for generations to come. Excellence prevents replacement because it sets a standard so high that it becomes difficult, if not impossible, for anyone else to replicate or surpass. When you consistently perform with excellence, you create value that is undeniable. Excellence is not just about doing your best in the moment, it is about establishing a track record of reliability, innovation, and commitment that speaks for itself. This level of consistency builds trust and loyalty, making your contribution indispensable to those who rely on you. Excellence begins with a mindset. It's a choice to go above and beyond in every task, no matter how small or routine. People often focus on the big moments, thinking that excellence is only required when the spotlight is on. But true excellence is cultivated in the unseen moments, when no one is watching, and the rewards are not immediate. This kind of diligence creates habits that make you stand out in the long run. When you commit to excellence, you also commit to growth. Excellence is not static, it requires constant improvement and adaptation. The world is always changing, and those who rest on their laurels or rely on past achievements are at risk of being overtaken by those who are willing to evolve. Excellence ensures that you remain relevant, competitive, and prepared for new challenges, making it difficult for others to take your place. Excellence also sets you apart in relationships. People gravitate toward those who consistently deliver quality, whether in their work, their character, or their interactions with others. When you treat people with respect, keep your word, and exceed expectations, you earn a level of trust and goodwill that is hard to replace. Your reputation becomes your shield against competition, because people will prefer working with someone they know they can count on. Excellence has a magnetic quality. It attracts opportunities, resources, and support. When others see the level of care and effort you put into your work, they are more likely to invest in you, recommend you, and stand by you. This creates a cycle where your excellence not only secures your position, but also expands your influence and reach, making replacement increasingly unlikely. It's important to note that excellence is not about perfection. Perfection is unattainable and often leads to burnout. Excellence, on the other hand, is about giving your best with the resources, time, and knowledge you have. It's about striving for continuous improvement while maintaining balance and humility. Excellence fosters resilience. In challenging times, those who operate with excellence are the ones who rise above adversity. Their ability to stay focused, adapt, and deliver results even under pressure makes them indispensable. They become the anchors that others look to for stability and direction, further solidifying their value and position. Excellence prevents replacement because it creates a level of value and trust that is hard to replicate. It requires consistent effort, adaptability, and a commitment to growth. When you operate with excellence, you not only secure your place, but also inspire others, leaving a legacy that transcends competition. Excellence is your best defense against being replaced, and it is your greatest asset in creating lasting impact. People reap what they sow, because life is governed by the principle of cause and effect. The seeds we plant are actions, decisions, and attitudes determine the outcomes we experience. This universal truth applies across every aspect of life, relationships, careers, health, and even personal growth. What you put into life is what you get out of it. If you sow diligence, kindness, and integrity, you can expect a harvest of success, respect, and fulfillment. Conversely, if you sow neglect, selfishness, or dishonesty, you will eventually face the consequences of those choices. This principle is rooted in consistency and fairness. Life doesn't show favoritism, it responds to the seeds you plant and the care you give them. A farmer cannot expect a bountiful harvest if they neglect the soil, ignore the seasons, or plant weeds instead of crops. Similarly in life, you cannot expect positive results if your actions contradict your goals or values. Sowing and reaping also emphasize patience and persistence. The harvest doesn't come overnight. There's always a season of waiting, a time when you must nurture your efforts, stay consistent, and trust the process. Many people become discouraged because they don't see immediate results. They abandon their efforts, thinking they have failed, when in reality they simply needed to wait a little longer. Reaping requires faith in the principle that the good seeds you plant will eventually bear fruit if you remain diligent. This truth applies to relationships as well. If you sow love, kindness, and respect into your connections with others, you'll reap trust, loyalty, and deeper bonds. But if you sow criticism, neglect, or manipulation, the relationship will deteriorate and you'll harvest bitterness, resentment, or isolation. Relationships, like crops, require intentional care and attention to thrive. In the realm of work and personal growth, the principle is equally powerful. If you invest time in learning, developing your skills, and delivering excellence, you will see opportunities, promotions, and recognition. On the other hand, if you cut corners, procrastinate, or approach your responsibilities with apathy, the harvest will reflect your lack of effort. The principle of sowing and reaping also serves as a warning. You cannot escape the consequences of your choices. While you may deceive others or avoid accountability for a time, the seeds you plant will grow and the harvest will come. This is why it's crucial to be intentional about your actions. Ask yourself, what kind of harvest do I want in the future? And then plant seeds that align with that vision. This principle is a call to responsibility. It reminds us that we have control over our future through the choices we make today. Life is not random. It reflects the effort, values, and care we put into it. While external factors may influence the journey, the ultimate trajectory of your life is shaped by what you sow. Sowing and reaping is also a principle of hope. It reassures us that no effort is wasted. Even if the results are delayed or appear insignificant at first, every positive action contributes to the harvest. By staying consistent and faithful, you can trust that the seeds you plant will lead to a season of abundance. So sow wisely, nurture diligently, and prepare for the harvest that awaits. Seasons of life demand change because growth, progress, and purpose are tied to the natural rhythms of life. Just as the physical world transitions through seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter, so too do our personal lives. Each season has its unique purpose, challenges, and opportunities, and to thrive, we must adapt to the changes that each new phase brings. Life is not static, it is dynamic and constantly evolving. What worked in one season may not be sufficient in another. For instance, the energy and focus needed to build a career in your 20s may shift as you prioritize family or deeper personal development in later years. Recognizing this truth helps us avoid clinging to outdated methods, habits, or mindsets that no longer serve us. Seasons of life also bring transitions that are often beyond our control, changes in relationships, careers, health, or even personal identity. While these transitions can feel uncomfortable, they are necessary for growth. Just as a tree sheds its leaves in autumn to prepare for winter, we too must release what no longer serves us to make room for what's next. Holding on to the past can prevent us from stepping into the opportunities of the future. Each season has a purpose. Spring is a time of planting, new beginnings, and vision. It's when you dream, set goals, and lay the foundation for growth. Summer is the season of hard work, nurturing, and perseverance, where the seeds you've sown begin to take root. Fall represents harvest, the time of reaping the rewards of your labor and celebrating progress. Finally, winter is a season of rest, reflection, and preparation for the next cycle. Each phase is vital, and skipping or resisting any of them can hinder your overall development. Change is also a test of character. Seasons of life often demand that we let go of what feels comfortable to embrace the unknown. This requires faith, resilience, and adaptability. For example, a promotion at work may push you out of your comfort zone and into a leadership role. While the transition may feel overwhelming at first, it is an opportunity to grow in skills and influence. Embracing the change with a positive attitude ensures you'll make the most of it. Seasons of life teach us that timing matters. Just as you cannot plant in winter or harvest in spring, trying to force success in the wrong season leads to frustration. Wisdom lies in discerning the season you're in and aligning your actions accordingly. Sometimes you need to wait and prepare. Other times you need to act boldly. Timing is key to maximizing the potential of each phase. Seasons remind us that nothing lasts forever. Difficult times, no matter how painful, are temporary. Knowing this can provide hope and strength to endure. Similarly, seasons of abundance and success are also fleeting, which encourages gratitude and humility. The awareness that life moves in cycles helps us stay grounded, whether we're facing challenges or celebrating victories. The seasons of life are designed to shape us. They push us to grow, teach us resilience, and remind us about purpose. By embracing change, adapting to new circumstances, and finding meaning in every phase, we can navigate life's transitions with grace and wisdom. Change isn't something to fear, it's a sign that we're alive, evolving, and moving closer to our fullest potential. Karma rewards preparation because the principles of life are built to honor intentionality, diligence, and readiness. Preparation is the act of aligning yourself with opportunity before it arrives, and karma ensures that those who are willing to put in the work are rewarded when their moment comes. Success rarely happens by accident. It is the culmination of effort, foresight, and discipline, which life has a way of recognizing and rewarding. When you prepare, you signal to the universe that you are serious about your goals and responsibilities. Preparation creates a foundation upon which you can build when opportunities arise. It ensures that when doors open, you are equipped to walk through them with confidence and competence. Conversely, those who neglect preparation often find themselves overwhelmed or unqualified when opportunities appear, missing out on what could have been theirs. Preparation is a form of sowing, and karma is the harvest. Just as a farmer cannot expect a crop without first planting seeds, tending the soil, and protecting the field, you cannot expect success without investing in preparation. Karma recognizes this effort, rewarding those who have taken the time to plan, learn, and grow with results that reflect their investment. A significant aspect of preparation is consistency. It's not about preparing only when you see the need, it's about staying ready, even when the payoff seems far away. Life's biggest opportunities often come without warning. Whether it's a career breakthrough, a chance to lead, or a moment to make a difference, those who are prepared seize the moment while others scramble to catch up. Karma rewards this readiness, ensuring that those who have put in the work are positioned to succeed. Preparation is also a test of character. It requires patience, discipline, and faith in the unseen. Many people give up on preparation because they don't see immediate results. But karma operates on a timeline of its own. The rewards come when the time is right, not when it's most convenient. Trusting this process and remaining committed to preparation, even when progress seems slow, is a key to reaping the rewards of karma. Preparation amplifies the value of opportunities. When you are prepared, you can maximize the potential of every situation. You're not just able to handle challenges, you're able to excel in them. This level of excellence not only brings rewards, but also creates a cycle where new opportunities continue to flow your way. People recognize and reward those who are consistently prepared, further reinforcing the rewards of your efforts. Karma also teaches us that lack of preparation has consequences. If you neglect to prepare, life has a way of exposing that neglect. Challenges that could have been opportunities become stumbling blocks instead. While karma rewards the diligent, it also disciplines the complacent, reminding us that success is not handed out freely, it is earned. In relationships, preparation can take the form of emotional maturity, effective communication, or the willingness to invest time and effort into understanding others. Karma rewards those who approach relationships with intentionality, fostering trust, depth, and connection that stand the test of time. Preparation is about positioning yourself to succeed. It's about taking responsibility for your future, knowing that the work you do today will determine the rewards you receive tomorrow. Karma is not random, it is a mirror reflecting your efforts and intentions. When you prepare with diligence, purpose, and consistency, you align yourself with the principles of life, ensuring that the rewards of karma will find their way to you in due time. Humility sustains your position because it grounds you in reality, preserves your relationships, and ensures that you remain open to growth and learning. Success can be fleeting if it leads to arrogance or complacency, but humility acts as a safeguard, keeping you focused on what truly matters and enabling you to maintain your place of influence and impact. Humility begins with self-awareness, recognizing that no matter how much you achieve, there is always more to learn and room to grow. It is the acknowledgement that your success is not solely the result of your own efforts, but often a combination of your hard work, the support of others, and the opportunities provided to you. This mindset fosters gratitude and prevents the pride that can lead to entitlement or carelessness. A humble attitude allows you to build and maintain strong relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who show respect, empathy, and a willingness to listen. Humility creates an environment where collaboration thrives as it encourages others to share their ideas and perspectives without fear of judgment. In contrast, arrogance alienates people, breeds resentment, and can lead to isolation, making it difficult to sustain your position over time. In leadership, humility is essential. A humble leader understands that their role is to serve and empower others, not to dominate or control. They are willing to admit mistakes, seek feedback, and prioritize the well-being of their team or community. This approach builds trust and loyalty, ensuring that people remain committed to supporting their vision and goals. Leaders who lack humility, however, often face challenges as their unwillingness to acknowledge weaknesses or share credit undermines their credibility and effectiveness. Humility also keeps you adaptable. The world is constantly changing, and success in one season does not guarantee success in the next. A humble person remains teachable, actively seeking knowledge and embracing new ideas to stay relevant. They understand that clinging to past achievements or refusing to adapt can lead to stagnation, making it easier for others to surpass them. Humility protects you from the dangers of overconfidence. When you overestimate your abilities or assume that your position is secure, you are more likely to make careless decisions or neglect critical responsibilities. Humility reminds you to approach challenges with caution and diligence, ensuring that you consistently perform at your best. Humility reflects a focus on service rather than self-promotion. It shifts the emphasis from what can I gain to how can I contribute. This perspective not only sustains your position but also enhances your legacy, as the impact you make on others becomes a testament to your character and values. Humility is not a sign of weakness, it is a strength. It takes courage to admit your limitations, acknowledge the contributions of others, and remain open to correction. Yet this very attitude is what enables you to grow and excel, sustaining your position over the long term. Humility ensures that you stay connected to your purpose. Success can sometimes cloud your vision, tempting you to prioritize personal gain over your original mission. Humility keeps you grounded, reminding you of why you started and whom you aim to serve. By maintaining this focus, you ensure that your position is not just sustained but meaningful, creating a positive and lasting impact on those around you. Your attitude determines your altitude, because the way you perceive and approach life directly impacts how high you can rise. Attitude shapes the lens through which you see opportunities, challenges, and setbacks. A positive, resilient, and growth-oriented attitude enables you to overcome obstacles, learn from failures, and achieve greater heights, while a negative, fixed, or defeatist attitude limits your potential and keeps you anchored where you are. Attitude is the foundation upon which success is built. It influences every aspect of your life: how you respond to challenges, how you interact with others, and how you navigate the ups and downs of your journey. Those with a positive attitude see setbacks as opportunities for growth, failures as lessons, and criticism as constructive feedback rather than personal attacks. This mindset fosters perseverance and a commitment to continuous improvement, which ultimately propels you forward. In contrast, a negative attitude blinds you to opportunities and solutions. It magnifies problems and focuses on limitations rather than possibilities. People with a defeatist mindset tend to avoid taking risks, become discouraged easily, and often find themselves stuck in cycles of frustration or mediocrity. Their focus is on what they can do rather than what they can accomplish. And as a result, they are often confined to low altitudes, both personally and professionally. The power of attitude also lies in its ability to attract or repel others. People are naturally drawn to those who exhibit optimism, confidence, and a can-do spirit. When you approach life with a positive attitude, you inspire and uplift those around you, creating an environment of collaboration and mutual support. On the other hand, a negative attitude can create an atmosphere of tension, discouragement, and apathy, pushing people away and limiting opportunities for growth. Attitude is also a reflection of self-belief. If you believe that you can achieve great things and rise to new heights, your actions will align with that belief. You will seek out opportunities, take initiative, and push past limitations. But if you doubt yourself, your abilities, or your worth, your actions will reflect that doubt, and you may fail to take the necessary steps to reach your potential. The key to unlocking your altitude is having an attitude of self-confidence and faith in your ability to succeed, even when the road ahead is uncertain. Your attitude impacts your resilience. Life is full of challenges, and no journey is without its hardships. Those with a positive attitude are more likely to bounce back from failure, stay focused on their goals, and maintain their momentum despite setbacks. They don't let temporary difficulties define them or stop them from pursuing their dreams. Instead, they use challenges as stepping stones, knowing that each difficulty is a part of their growth process. The concept of altitude extends beyond personal achievement. It also relates to the impact you have on the world around you. A person with a positive attitude is more likely to reach higher levels of influence, success, and fulfillment. They approach life with an open mind, a willingness to learn, and a sense of gratitude, all of which contribute to an elevated life. Those who cultivate a mindset of possibility, opportunity, and growth tend to reach higher places because they are not afraid to aim for the stars. Your attitude influences how you handle success. A humble attitude keeps you grounded even when you achieve great things, allowing you to continue learning, growing, and helping others along the way. A positive attitude encourages you to celebrate the success of others, making you a source of inspiration and empowerment to those around you. Your attitude is the driving force behind your journey and determines how far you can go. It's the key to unlocking your potential, navigating challenges with grace, and attracting the success and fulfillment you desire. Your altitude is not determined by circumstances. Talent or luck, it is determined by the way you choose to view and respond to life. A positive, growth-oriented attitude will elevate you to new heights, opening doors to endless possibilities and opportunities. In conclusion, the journey to success, for fulfillment, and lasting impact is not solely determined by external circumstances, but by the attitude you bring to every challenge, opportunity, and relationship. Your attitude is the driving force behind how high you can soar in life. It shapes your perspective, influences your actions, and attracts the outcomes you desire. A positive attitude fuels perseverance, resilience, and growth, enabling you to overcome obstacles and reach heights you once thought impossible. Remember, your altitude is a direct reflection of the mindset you cultivate. So choose to embrace a mindset of possibility, gratitude, and continuous growth. Your attitude today will determine the altitude you reach tomorrow. Stay focused, stay positive, and let your attitude propel you toward your highest potential